Hi everyone, welcome back to Rachel's Enchanting Cakes, and for today's Terry's Chocolate Orange tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to turn it into the ever so popular Gonk. You can make yours any colour that you wish, add any type of decoration that you wish. Great for any new beginner baker with only limited equipment used. Happy baking guys, and let's make a start. Taking a milk Terry's chocolate orange egg, I simply unwrap this and place it directly onto some baking paper. Using liquid glucose, I place a small amount of this in a little tub, and using a brush, I simply brush over the Terry's chocolate orange egg. Liquid glucose is just liquid sugar. It will give something for the fondant to stick to, but if you don't have this, you can also use piping gel. Roll out exactly 150 grams of fondant. You want to keep this in a circular shape and do this in any colour that you wish. Simply place this directly over your Terry's chocolate orange egg, and you want to smooth out the pleats from the top, working your way down to the bottom. Take your time doing this and get it as neat as possible. Using a sharp knife, simply cut off some of the excess fondant. Finally, taking a flexible smoother, I simply smooth around the base and then cut off the rest of the excess fondant. Using either a Dresden tool or a cocktail stick, simply place into the fondant whilst it's still soft some indentations. You want to cover the whole of the egg from the top to the bottom. For the beard, simply roll out some white fondant and cut out a heart shape. Using some edible glue, simply apply this directly to the front of the Gonk. I then take a cocktail stick and simply place indentations, but I want it to look more like a beard, and the cocktail stick is a lot more finer. Simply cover the whole of the heart with indentations using this method. For the feet, I simply take 2 balls of pink fondant and then I shape these in my hands. You want to gently squeeze at one end and place it into more of a triangular shape. Repeat this with the other ball and simply stick this to the base of the Gonk. Roll out a small ball of flesh-coloured fondant for his nose and stick this directly onto the Gonk with some edible glue. For the arms, I have 2 sausage shapes in grey, 2 white balls and 2 pink balls. We're going to be using very simple shapes. I start by using a ball tool in the end of the sausage, and then I simply add the white. This will help support it in place with a small amount of edible glue. With the pink, these are going to be the hands, so I use a sharp knife just to cut an indentation in there before applying it to the arm. Repeat this for each shape. You then want to stick these on either side with some edible glue. Taking a ball of pink fondant, I then simply turn this into a cone shape and place it directly on top of the Gonk's head using a small amount of edible glue. I bend it around. This is to add the white ball to the end, and the actual pink hat will help support the white ball on the end of the hat. And then I just add a few indentations, as you can see on here, just to give it a bit more of a realistic kind of look. You can either use a cocktail stick for this or a Dresden tool. Now it's easier to add the rim of the hat after you've added the actual hat on this particular tutorial. So I have rolled out a long piece of white fondant, and then again using some edible glue around the base of the hat and also just on the top of the Gonk's nose. This is why it's easier to add this afterwards rather than beforehand like in previous tutorials. Simply wrap this around, push it in, cut off any excess fondant, and his hat is almost finished. And for the final finishing touch, I add a snowflake, because I do actually have a snowflake cutter, but obviously this is not essential if you don't have one. And there we have it, as simple as that, our super cute Christmassy Gonk. Happy baking, guys, and I'll be back soon with more new, completely free content.